This video was brought to you by Park Candy. Stay tuned until the end of the video to find out how I always stay fashionable while I'm in the parks, and at home, too.
Hey, Aunt Morrow.
Hello there.
I'm super excited to see what you and your team created.
We cannot wait to have you aboard because Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is a first-of-its-kind vacation experience where you get to spend 2 days and 2 nights living out your very own Star Wars story.
Oh, I'm just too excited. We gotta go inside.
Yes, I agree 100%, Ann Morrow. We simply have to go inside. D23 2017 was quite the year of announcements.
I am so glad to be with all of you here today because we have some really big plans. It's been a huge year for Parks and Resorts. Making your dreams come true is who we are and what we do. And I'll bet many of you are looking forward to the 2 new Star Wars themed lands coming to Disneyland and Hollywood Studios. We will be calling these lands Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Now in just a moment, on my mark, I'm going to ask you all to step forward, place your hands on your hilts, and you will activate our lightsabers together. Are we ready, builders?
Yes.
All right, builders. Step forward, place your hands on your hilts, and activate. Raise your lightsabers. You have just built a lightsaber, like the Jedi and the Sith who have come before you. And like them, you too can change the galaxy. Remember, it only takes a spark.
Over its 45 years, attractions at the Magic Kingdom have been a source of inspiration for all of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, including at our most technologically advanced park, Shanghai Disney Resort. So I think it's only fitting that it will be soon home to be Shanghai's highest rated attraction. Tron is coming to Walt Disney World.
And take a look at Tron, though. There she is. Coming along, I suppose. Coming along.
You may have also heard that we recently did a survey about an entirely new way to live your very own Star Wars adventure. It combines a luxury resort with an immersion in an authentic Star Wars environment.
Welcome to the Halcyon Starcruiser.
Wow. This is unreal. It's like I'm walking straight into a Star Wars movie.
Except it's not a movie, right? You get to be in the middle of it all and in the middle of the action.
And then there's activities you can do on here.
Yeah, there are activities on board the ship. The first one that I'm really excited about is Lightsaber Training. This is where we can go to hyperspace.
Punch it!
It is 100% immersive, and the story will touch every single minute of your stay with us and will make an incredible addition to Walt Disney World.
So we've really focused on making sure we have some of the best entertainment in the galaxy on board. One of which I'm so excited about is this pop star who is known throughout the galaxy for all...
Listen, I'm not one known to be negative about Disney, but I think it's about time we need to call him out on this Star Wars hotel, right? Like, I think it's time. When Disney announced the fully immersive Star Wars Hotel, as what we called it back then, in 2017, everyone thought this would be the turning point for themed hotel visits. The concept art made it look like a world-class hotel that just so happened to be on a spaceship in the Star Wars universe, and it was going to be fully immersive, you know, like Galaxy's Edge was supposed to be. But hey, I don't hold it against Disney, you know, if it doesn't work with big crowds of tourists, it doesn't work with big crowds of tourists, alright? That's just the way it is. And, you know, you would think that the more Disney announced about this Star Wars hotel, the more excited we would get for it. But as it turns out, that's exactly the opposite of what happens. The more they announce, the more we want them to be quiet and just stop talking about it. So we're gonna get this all straight. When Bob Chapek announced the Galactic Starcruiser, he promised
About an entirely new way to live your very own Star Wars adventure. Now, we wanted to explore a revolutionary vacation experience, and I must tell you that the response was out of this world. So today, I am thrilled to confirm that we are working on our most experiential concept ever. It combines a luxury resort with an immersion in an authentic Star Wars environment. It will invite you to live your own dedicated multi-day adventure in a galaxy far, far away. It's unlike anything that exists today. From the second you leave Earth, you will board a starship alive with characters, stories, and adventures that unfold all around you during the voyage on the galaxy that spans several days. And you'll immediately become an active citizen of the galaxy and live everything that that means, including the opportunity, of course, to dress up in the proper attire. It is 100% immersive, and the story will touch every single minute of your stay with us. And it culminates in a unique journey for every person who visits. Now, these early artist concept renderings show that this is going to be a truly unbelievable experience. But one of the things I'm most excited about is that every window in this place has a view into space. It will stand out amongst all the resorts around the globe and will make an incredible addition to Walt Disney World.
Okay, 7 promises made at the announcement. How many of these does it look like they've kept? Right away, Chapek claims it to be a luxury resort, which can sort of be argued right out the gate once we see inside of the actual hotel. Highly themed? Sure, everything here looks incredibly themed. Everything is very, very Star Warsy. Is it luxury though? I'm not too sure. Immersion? Sure. A multi-day, or as Chapek put it,
several days.
Cruise? If you count 2 as several, then yes, for sure. One of a kind, we can go to light speed on the Millennium Falcon, but everything else seems to look one of a kind. So, good. Become a character in your own Star Wars story. Now, this is one of the things we'll have to keep an eye out when the hotel first opens, and a couple years after it opens. Will everybody get to play out their own Star Wars story? Potentially. A one-of-a-kind, unique story for everyone staying at the hotel for the cruise? Not too sure about that. Again, that's something we'll have to judge when the hotel actually opens. Every window's a space window? Yes, they nailed it. Disney did it again. Every window in this place is a window out into space. Disney does it again. Yes, but every window will be a space window. I appreciate that. So as you can see here with the list of things that Bob Chapek promised, the problem doesn't lie in the immersion and the storytelling. Disney always does a good job with that, even if it might not be up to what they sort of have been building our expectations to be. The problem lies with the quality of this place. Which brings me to the infamous commercial. Now, this thing was released as a special first look into the Halcyon itself. It was meant to get people excited, to show them what they can expect, and instead, people started canceling their trips. Would you rather spend $1,000 per night to do this?
Punch it!
Or would you rather just stay at, say, I don't know, even the Grand Floridian for less? I gotta take the Grand Flo. I love that place. But where does the blame lie? Does it lie with Sean? A lot of people were put off by his acting. Some say it was a little too much, a little too fake. Does it lie with what we actually saw of the hotel? I don't know. Disney, if you need an actor who's always positive about something and is overly excited to see something new, just hire me. Please. So after the commercial was released and all the cancellations started to come in, Disney decided to remove the commercial from their YouTube channel. It was so bad and so poorly received that it costed them money. They had to pay to make this commercial, and it made it through several different levels of management before they decided to put it up on the YouTube channel, and then people canceled and they took it down. It was that poorly received. Don't know if I can think of a bigger blunder by Disney in recent memory. But that's not even where the saga ends, because Disney decided to put out a special message for people who had already booked at the hotel in order to tell them what they could expect on the Halcyon. And it looked like something out of a 90s video game.
Hello there, and greetings from Chandler Star Line. I'm Agent Dario Zinn, and I would like to congratulate you on booking your voyage through the galaxy. You will be boarding the Halcyon.
Like, are they trying to sabotage this themselves? Is there someone on the inside who doesn't like what's happening, so they're trying to ruin the whole thing? It is then we arrive at the early preview reactions for the hotel, and Honestly, it could go either way. Obviously, people who are invited by Disney to visit the hotel early are going to have skewed opinions in favor of the Galactic Starcruiser. They're obviously not going to give us too many critiques or negatives, but I also think it's important not to discount everything they have to say.
So the first question you probably have is, what is Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser? We've all been referring to it as the really expensive Star Wars hotel, and it is that. You may wonder why the entrance doesn't look like a spaceship, and that's because it's designed to look like a concrete NASA launch facility. After all, the Starcruiser is in space, and to get there, you'll walk into a launch pod with windows that are actually screens that let you watch as you blast off into space and dock with the ship in orbit.
You're riding aboard the Mark V Starcruiser, the latest in space elevator design and technology. Today, you'll have a spectacular view of Florida and the Eastern Seaboard. Enjoy the ride. I'll be back in a bit with arrival information.
And the ship is known as the Halcyon. Walking into the main room at the heart of the Halcyon, called the Atrium, there's a soft machine hum simulating the sound of the engines. You hear beeps and boops and announcements in the background. All the windows are those video screens showing stars, planets, and other ships off in the distance.
This is sweet. Now, my goal isn't to immediately equate this to Space 220, although they do have their similarities. I'm just saying it seems to have its similarities, and yes, although Space 220 isn't the cheapest, it's still not $2,000. I mean, unless your party's big enough, then I guess it could be. But if you go back even further, Space 220 isn't even the first Disney attraction to use this two-screen movement simulator. When did Disney first use it? 2015? 2010? 1990? How about July 22nd? 1955. Rocket to the Moon was an opening month attraction back at Disneyland in Tomorrowland when it first opened. Now, I'm not saying that this two-screen homage to Rocket to the Moon is a bad thing. I actually thought it was really cool in Space 220. I just don't think it's an advertising point. Okay, I think I'm done complaining. I really don't like being negative about things. I usually look at the positives of everything Disney announces. I think as of right now, it's a question of, can Disney right this ship before they open in, okay, 3 months? What would the potential future of the Galactic Starcruiser look like if Disney doesn't right the ship? Well, I think it'll just become Disney's Star Wars Resort. It'll receive an expansion, some pools, maybe some restaurants, and that will be that. Oh, yeah, and of course you can't forget a price drop. I can see if it's a failure, Disney will drop the whole live theater aspect and it will just be a regular Star Wars themed resort. You'll still have the cantina, some of the live performers and activities that they promised, but it won't be fully immersive theater like they promised. Now, is it a bad thing if Disney gives up on this whole hyper-immersive hotel thing? No, I don't think it's a bad thing. You know, sometimes things have to fail to get them right the next time. One of the original plans for the Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios was to have it be half ride, half hotel, where an old school 1930s style car would pick you up from the airport and drive you to the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Of course, if you visit Hollywood Studios today, you'll notice that the plan was scrapped. And no good idea at Imagineering ever dies, because this is the direct answer and successor to that idea. I just think it could have used a little bit more time in the planning stages. Or, judging by what we've seen so far, a higher budget. To see how you all felt, I put out a tweet on twitter.com and asked what your thoughts on the Galactic Starcruiser were, positive or negative, and here are some of the responses I received. I'm still optimistic about it, but seeing the reaction so far has me a bit worried, but since it hasn't opened, I'm not willing to judge. Literally no opinion, since no one has experienced it yet. Okay, fair. It's a cool concept, I just think I'm worried about the execution, as a lot of people are. I do think some of the negative complaints are a bit nitpicky, especially when we haven't seen the final product when it's running. One can only have an opinion based on the marketing that has been lackluster. The hotel has to open in order to have an honest opinion. The marketing content available is making everyone really worried, including me. You just don't seem to get much bang for all the bucks you have to pay to stay there. I'd much rather stay a few extra days at a moderate or a value than blow half my trip budget on getting to play some Star Wars minigames. And the final tweet from the one who is in charge of all of Diz Twitter, my friend, the WDW Crane. I was hopeful when I saw the concept. Since then, I felt pretty let down. Hopefully they pull something out of their butts and it turns into what it should have always been. And I think this tweet really about sums up my thoughts. It all comes down to what Disney delivers in March. Whether it's a state-of-the-art immersive Star Wars themed theater experience or an overpriced minigame hotel themed to Star Wars. That all remains to be seen, but from what they've shown us so far, like the thumbnail says, it's not looking good. Also, Captain Kevin is terrifying. That's okay, I don't want dinner with the captain. I think I'm just gonna sit in my cabin. Maybe I'll order pizza or something. Who knows though? Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I just hope they don't make me dress up as a Star Wars character when I check in, because there is no way I am taking off this amazing shirt. Where did I get it, you ask? Well, Park Candy. I got it from Park Candy. Park Candy is the premier destination for all of your favorite theme park inspired outfits, accessories, and home goods. They've got face masks that you can wear while you're on your way up or down, or up again, or down again to the Twilight Zone. If you're more of a tiki person, don't worry, they've got you covered there. And if you don't like tiki shirts, but why? They've got mugs, they've got blankets, they've got dresses. They have regular t-shirts that you can wear over your button-ups or by themselves to show people that you are twice the fan of their favorite attractions, or to keep out the elements.
It works!
Simply go to parkcandy.com and use offer code OFFHAND at checkout to get 10% off of your order. It's that easy, and you help support the channel. Who can say no to helping little old me? Visit the link in the description down below, and a big thank you to Park Candy for sponsoring this video. So, the Galactic Starcruiser, is it a failure? I think it's a little bit too early to say right now. All I know is that next time I go to Walt Disney World, I'm probably staying at Pop Century because they have the Skyliner, and that thing moves. And it moves you in the sky, and if you like the Skyway, ride the Skyliner. That's the takeaway from this video. Ride the Skyliner. Thank you. And see you in March for the part 2 of this video. Hello everyone, and welcome to the end card for this video. So, yeah, Galactic Starcruiser. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's all I can say. I don't know. On the left side of the screen, though, you can see the names of my Patreon supporters. Those are the intrepid few, the mega fans who help keep this channel alive and moving. If you want early access to videos and exclusive content, please be sure to head over to the link in the description to my Patreon page, and even just $1 a month will get you access to most of the perks. Please be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new around here and want more videos of me just absolutely destroying the Star Wars hotel. Maybe I'll stay there, you know, if I get enough Patreon supporters. Maybe I'll do it for you. Also, please be sure to follow me on my other social media accounts on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Offhand Disney, on all of those places, yes, every single one. And give a listen to the most recent episode of Foolish Mortals, the Christmas special, where me and my co-host Disney Dan discuss Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, spoilers and everything. So now at the end of the video, I have to ask you all, what do you think of the Star Wars Hotel? I asked my people over on Twitter, but now I'm asking you in the YouTube comments, do you think it's going to fail? Do you think it's going to surprise people in a good way or a bad way? Do you think it's going to succeed and they'll have to build a bigger Halcyon? Please be sure to let me know down in the comments below, because honestly, at this point, I think it could go either way. Oh, and this is also the last video of the year, so thank you all so much for watching all of my videos in 2021. It was sort of an up and down roller coaster year for this channel. Hopefully next year will be more ups than downs, but I have a feeling that it's all just gonna keep getting better. So thank you all so much for watching throughout the course of 2021, and here's to an even better 2022. I'll see you all in the next video. Next year. Goodbye.